how would you define yourself as a leader?
I'm a results-driven leader, and I continuously work to develop and inspire teams to achieve our business goals by having them stretch themselves to meet their individual potential. I'm authentic and transparent. I'm naturally curious, and I see opportunity and potential everywhere, and I dream the art of the possible. Plus, part of my style is also to have fun and share stories as we journey toward our goals.
Mhm. Now, did you plan your success? Did you have it all written down?
I always imagined having career success,
Mhm.
and I worked towards achieving that success. In all of our areas of our lives, career and personal, success is an ongoing journey with varying degrees of progress. In my personal life, I've raised two great kids. And in my career, the success journey meant working hard, doing a job well, taking on extra challenging projects that stretched my abilities, always with the aim to create value for the company and for our employees.
Now, if you had to pick one greatest strength for yourself as a leader, what would that be?
I think one of my greatest strengths as a leader, apart from consistently delivering strong performance,
Mhm.
is that I lead authentically and that I'm able to simplify the complex. So to inspire people on my team to challenge themselves and both dream and execute on the art of the possible.
Mhm. So, if we go back 10 years in your career, what is the one personal attribute that you found either evolved or changed compared to today?
My perspective on work-life balance has evolved. Early in my career, it was easy to and okay to work, work, work.
Mhm.
And then when I married and had kids, it put a lot of pressure on truly figuring out better work-life balance, which was a struggle. Like all of us, I have many roles: parent, sister, daughter, friend, business leader, etc. So how do I attend to each of these roles in my one life?
Mhm.
My practice and my guidance to others is to consider your one whole life and think deeply about your priorities and be choosy about where you decide to participate in your life. Be present in the moment, where you are spending your time, and be consciously aware and connected in the moment you're in. It's all about integration and effectiveness.
Mhm. Now, what's the one thing that motivates you to keep fighting for the issues that you care about the most?
Diversity and inclusion is deeply meaningful to me because we still have far to go. And we're all burdened by the poison of systemic racism and sexism. And helping eliminate this toxicity through my actions keeps me fighting every day. I want to make impact so that everyone is accepted, valued, and respected.
Now, our teams are key to our success. So, how do you keep your teams motivated, and has that changed during the pandemic?
By leading with heart, action, and confidence, being empathetic and recognizing that everyone is on their own journey through this difficult time, listening, connecting, sharing my vulnerabilities and hopes so that in turn employees can share theirs, and then leading with action, more communication than ever before, and providing more and more tools to help our teams, from how to best use video conferencing, from it's okay not to use video on every call, tools for parents with children at home, expert information for both physical and mental health well-being, and even providing fun virtual activities like cooking classes, cocktail hours, or team building events, all to keep people's spirits up. And leading with confidence, with tangible examples about how well our business is performing and celebrating our employees' resiliency during the pandemic.
Mhm.
As well, I share my optimism, again, with specific examples for how we will help enable and participate and enjoy a strong recovery.
Now, what is the one piece of advice that you would give to the next generation of leaders?
The next generation and every generation is to see the potential everywhere, consider the art of the possible, and have the courage and the curiosity to take risks. And remember that sometimes you may struggle and even fail, and failure is okay. It hurts and you'll feel vulnerable, but you'll learn from your missteps and you'll learn to tolerate that feeling, enabling you to do it better every single time in the future. And be humble by listening, learning from others, inspiring teamwork, and dedicating yourself to the betterment of others.
Now, what is the one most challenging obstacle that you faced in your career that may have changed the way that you lead today?
Being my authentic self early in my career was a challenge. And overcoming that has helped shape me as a leader. I thrive, we all thrive when we are our authentic, genuine selves. And by removing that reflective veneer where you try to manage yourself into how you think others want to see you is exhausting, and it limits you bringing your best self forward.
Now, what is the one thing in your career that makes you the most proud?
I am most proud of the people I've encountered in my career, individuals that have taken a piece of my practices, experiences, either through direct coaching or mentoring, or merely through observation, that have then grown personally and or professionally. That makes me proud. As well as the outstanding network of relationships I've built, many of whom have become friends. And naturally, the business results to help reinvent HP Canada and the sustainable growth that I built at CDW Canada are certainly career highlights.
That's a lot.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Now, what do you feel is the role of a leader in addressing and tackling diversity and inclusion, as well as corporate social responsibility today?
Every leader has a duty, an obligation, and needs to use their platform to stand for more than the products and services we sell. We have to stand up for human rights by cultivating a culture of diversity and inclusion, by making a difference in our communities, by protecting our planet for future generations.
Now, you hear many leaders around the world speaking today around, digitizing and moving everything online. So what is your opinion around redefining the future business models that are at the core of this?
Agility. To thrive in this new digital world, we have to be agile, to reinvent, adapt, and change quickly amidst ambiguity and turbulence. And we have to equip our employees with training for an agile and growth mindset, and then trust them to act with this mindset, both by the work that they do and when they challenge us and challenge the status quo.
Now, for leaders, balancing the mind is an important part. So on a personal level, what do you do in your free time to create that balance?
I spend my free time in a number of different ways, where safely possible. I love to spend time with my family and friends, connecting, sharing stories, laughing. Spending time outdoors is something I enjoy, especially when there's sunshine. I like to read both for fun and to learn. Reading for fun relaxes me and allows me to escape into a different world. And reading to learn inspires me and keeps me current and makes me aware of diverse perspectives and ideas. And I cannot wait to travel again. I miss visiting the amazing places on our earth where I experience the differences and commonalities of peoples and cultures everywhere.
Now, is there a favorite book that you would recommend to me from a leadership perspective?
I first read Good to Great many, many years ago, and it really influenced my thinking. As well, The Female Brain is an enjoyable read that helped me better understand the science of female and male brains, and it helped me leverage my biological strengths.
So my next question is, what would you say is your leadership credo that's key to your success?
My leadership credo, do your best. Better every single time. This is a mantra I developed a number of years ago, and the whole Canadian team embraced. So whatever your job is, whatever you aspire to, be it your authenticity, your courage, your curiosity, etc., do it marginally better every single time you do it. And those daily, momentary, incremental improvements produce significant improvements over the course of time. And see the potential everywhere. Challenge yourself by taking on an extra high-profile project that creates value. And learn from people around you. Everyone brings great, diverse contributions that add and create value, both to you personally and for your organization.
Now, if you have an opportunity to write a book, what would it be called, or what would it be about?
It would probably be called something about be your best, better every single time. And it would be written with stories and some humor to help others actualize their best self.
Now, if you were on the cover of Time magazine in the future, what would you like it to say?
Wow, that's a pretty awesome thing to consider. Probably the same as if I had an opportunity to pen a book. Marianne Yule, authentic and at her best, better every single time.
Now, if I asked you to give a quote, that would be the legacy of how you would like to be known as a leader. What would that quote be?
I read this quote a while ago and it inspired me that I would hope this would be my legacy. It said, "Do not follow where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." And if I had to write my own quote, it would be something like, I don't know, lead with heart, perform with brain, and light the road ahead for others.